Can you take us through the last possession and also whether you thought about yourself calling a timeout or if you thought a timeout could have helped?
No, we talked about it before before both of his free throws, and me and Coach kind of agreed like we're gonna take it. Kind of thinking you're gonna be down 3, knowing he's a good shooter, and he missed the first one, so it's like, all right, yeah, we're still gonna go, expecting he was gonna make the second one. And know you'd be down 2 and kind of understand the situation. And then once he missed the second one, Clay got a great rebound, but we'd already committed to going. And at that point, it's obviously chaos. Just trying to get over half court, see what the defense was, you know. And once JK gave it to me, at that point, like that's probably where the timeout. I either should have seen it or coach or whoever, just to know there's like 8 people on one side of the court, and we had a screen. They trapped, and I was trying to get the ball back to Draymond to see what could happen. So I would say there's probably should have been a timeout right when I got the ball and turned and saw that the court wasn't balanced right, and we still had plenty of time, but. You know, the chaos of the moment, you're trying to make a play, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Steph, Harrison Barnes, former teammate, he had career-high 39 points, and the Kings were looking for him tonight. It's back-to-back 30-plus point game. Just want to get your thoughts about him as a professional and as a person as whole. His name been, saturated in trade rumors, for the past few weeks and stuff, but he's still playing ball. Just want to get your thoughts about him.
He had a hell of a night from the jump. He knew he had 30 last game and picked up right where he left off. Made some threes early. It was a different look than they've usually had in the past, where the ball is usually in. D-Fox hit a couple transition threes in the fourth, but the last 3 minutes, they went to HB in the post. He hit those 2 turnarounds. He just made every play, made every big shot that he took. So, with that said, him having 39, Fox having 29, the amount of threes that they made, we down to the last possession. So it's kudos to him for doing what he did, and he's a pro. Like trade rumors and the chaos of the league, I don't think that bothers him. He's been around the block.
After that game in Memphis, Draymond sort of laid into the defensive effort, saying that you guys needed to play with more pride. What have you noticed about how the defense has played since his return?
I don't know we gave up 40 in the first quarter tonight and slowly started to find some momentum on that end of the floor. Teams are, for whatever reason, they're shooting great against us, and you have to figure out a way to slow them down. We played some teams that have 5 threats around the perimeter, and the way the league has changed in that respect, you got to be able to fly around, make multiple efforts, try to defend without fouling. And there's a concerted effort to get better on that end of the floor. We understand that that's the only way we're going to win. Besides the first quarter, I thought we played pretty well. Just giving up 40 gives the team confidence, and comes down to 1 point. Like maybe in the first quarter you could have done something about it.
Hi, Steve. This is Edith from China Median. And since the 2030, it's the first time you will not be the All-Star stars. What do you think about that? Yeah.
You got 2 guys that have been playing amazing this year, Luka and Shea. So I've been around doing this for a very long time, and the fact that it's a talking point, I'm not. And after whatever 9 healthy years, those 2 guys are playing amazing. They deserve it. Hopefully I'm there in Indiana in whatever capacity, but to still be doing it at this stage, it's always a challenge. It's never, you don't ever take for granted the fact of how hard it is to be recognized in that way every year.
Steph, you guys, you and Warriors and Kings games have become very, very competitive, especially since last year's playoffs. I mean, at what point do you consider games like that to be like a rivalry?
The NBA said it so because we played this week, right? So it's not up to us.
Draymond's obviously back now. Kuminga's playing the way he is. I know it's early, but are you kind of seeing the forming of a potential 5-man group with Wiggins even out there? You guys have had success with that, and Clay.
Yeah, I think our challenge this whole year is continuity and figuring out what our identity is with rotations, and understand we've had so many injuries and the revolving door there. You know, guys trying to understand or have an expected role every night, knowing who you could be out there with and all that. So it's been helpful to have certain looks that we've been going to and developing a chemistry there. You know, that's our challenge, to continue to kind of self-assess and, you know, everybody to be aggressive no matter who's out there. To the question about our defensive presence and effort, you got to be able to, you know, have each other's backs, understand everybody's strengths and weaknesses, and with that, you know, particular line, we're starting to figure out something. So, you know, while we're out there, we have to make the most of it.
Are you expecting, with more continuity now, that some of the struggles that have occurred closing out close games like this will improve?
Yeah, I think this is different than, you know, games we've had in the past. The games you're kind of, I guess, referring to where we've lost big leads or just not been able to maintain the momentum in the fourth quarter where we should have won. You know, tonight is one of those NBA, you know, kind of traditional NBA games where it's just back and forth, you know, the whole game, and it comes down to the last possession. I think we played extremely well. They just, you know, made a lot of big shots that kept us, you know, on our heels a little bit, but that's one that could kind of go either way. And timeout, no timeout, you know, shot it here, shot there, like it's just a different vibe than it has been, even though it is a loss. So you just, like, we're never a moral victory team, but you take the framework of tonight, keep doing that, you'll have more to show for it.
Stephen, with Jonathan Kuminga's ability to attack and just be so explosive, how much does that open things up on the floor? This last stretch, you guys have been more balanced. The I don't know, the passing, the ball movement seems to be coming together these last couple games, and a lot of different scores and different contributions.
I mean, that is the formula based on how teams guard us. And, you know, when me and Clay are out there, you're going to have attention on the perimeter because they know what we like to do. And JK and Wiggs being able to take advantage of those driving angles, be aggressive every time they touch the ball, decisive with what they're doing. You know, it's looked pretty good. So you got to just keep doing that. And usually I think with those situations where, you know, we have an understanding of how we're trying to create shots and who's got the ball in their hands and what sets we're running, there's just a lot more organization out there on the floor. So these last two games have been pretty good in that front. Just got to keep doing it.